I think I don't often share enough on here about the mood component of my disorder, schizoaffective disorder, the component that entails bipolar symptoms. And so I just wanted to hop on here to kind of, I don't know, explain a little bit about what's going on right now in terms of mood symptoms for me. So I I'm worried that this is the start of a depressive episode because I was just cleaning around the house today, and all of a sudden I felt this like switch in my brain chemistry. Like, I don't know how else to describe it because nothing really happened. Just something kind of flipped in my brain, and all of a sudden I just felt this deep heaviness in my chest, and I was kind of flooded with sad feelings, but I'm not sure that really articulates what it felt like, but just a really big heaviness. And, again, like I said, nothing really happened to be sad about or to feel heavy about, other than, I suppose, everything that's going on in the world right now. And, maybe stress to do with everything going on with COVID right now and how to make decisions about what to do with our kids and who to see and, all this stuff, all that combined with daily life and stuff is stressful. And so perhaps that's why this is perhaps a mood episode being triggered. I don't know. But basically, I just kind of wanted to explain a little bit about what a low feels like. And so, like I said, I got up in the morning and felt okay. I got ready, and Rob and I, today's the day that we clean our house together. And so we started on that. And then, like I said, something just kind of flipped in my brain while I was cleaning. And all of a sudden, it was a lot more difficult to function. It felt like I was kind of wading through murky water. I don't know if that's a very articulate way of describing it either, but it just all of a sudden felt like there was a blanket that lowered between myself and the world. And for the rest of the day, it's been difficult. There was still stuff we needed to get done. And of course, I had to look after our baby, Teddy. And I'm still able to do that. I can still, of course, put this aside enough to look after the things I need to look after and the people I need to look after, but it's been more difficult. And I was a little bit surprised that today, thoughts around suicide came up and thoughts of dying came up. And, I'm not suicidal. I'm not, seriously considering ending my life, but the thoughts came up. And so, if you're experiencing something like that, you're not alone. I think it is a little bit, it's not normal because depression isn't really normal per se, but it's okay if you're having thoughts like that. It's not okay if you're making plans around those thoughts, but give yourself a bit of grace if you're having thoughts like that. And I hope that knowing that other people are having thoughts like that makes it a little bit less scary. I'm going to be reaching out to my therapist, letting them know about this. And again, hopefully it's just a off day. And hopefully it's not the start of a longer period of depression, because I think that's when the danger of those suicidal thoughts comes into play, where they are very prolonged and it gets to a point where that's kind of all you can remember and all you can think about is, this kind of desire to end things. And so, I don't want to focus this video on that. That kind of went off on a bit of a tangent, but I just kind of want to bring to light that those thoughts did come up for me, you know? So if they come up for you too, you're not alone. And I am sending hope that you will get through it, just like I am hoping that I will get through it. And I was just driving. We were um, running something over to a friend's house to drop off, and I just felt empty driving along and just really, I don't know, I can't find the words to describe it, but just kind of empty and heavy and like a little hopeless. I've been ruminating today since this flip happened about, difficult periods in my life and about losses that I've endured in my life. And, I'm not trying to wallow in that. It's just that's kind of the mentality that my brain is kind of stuck in right now, is this depressed mentality. And I know that the knee-jerk reaction to that is to be like, well, work on thinking about more positive things, or work on, not falling into this like pit of despair and self-pity and self-loathing and yada, yada, yada. But it's not that easy. And I think that's something that people who don't experience depression don't quite understand, is that it's something to do with your brain chemistry that goes beyond just being stuck in negative thinking. And it's really like you almost can't access happy thoughts. Or it's not that you can't access happy thoughts, it's more that you can't access feeling any which way about those happy thoughts. And so, today has been hard, and I'm really hoping that it's just kind of a one-off day. These days happen, especially when you're living with an illness like schizoaffective disorder, but I'm really hoping that it is not the beginning of a more prolonged depressive period, because that would suck. So, I don't know. I've lit some candles. We picked up blizzards on the way home. I'm not condoning eating your feelings. I don't think that's a good coping mechanism to use all the time, but I'm using it tonight. And I'm going to, just try to give myself a little bit of grace in terms of dealing with this, and just try to take care of myself a little bit better and hope that tomorrow is different. Anyway, I just wanted to share a little bit more about, the mood episodes that I experience, and to share a bit about what it actually feels like to be in or experiencing a depressed mood.